Look at them, zombie vultures on my roof, zombie cops in the bottom of the trench, I'm safe as houses. This is perfect. G'day guys, my name's Josh. Yo, can call me Jawoodle, and welcome back once again to Alpha 17 in 7 Days to Die, where I am back in my lovely world of, testing, but Jawoodle Park. I am back looking over all the things I've built, and I was walking around Jawoodle Park the other day, and I realized, first of all, I just realized I put my freaking gun and my paintbrush back in the bloody thing. They won't take those back. I realized that the thing that is taking up the most amount of real estate in Jawoodle Park is not something that I have built. It is not the original shooting range base. It is not the pool of death or the blender or anything. None of these things are taking up nearly as much space as the trader. Old mate Nakaroony Trader Bob is out here in the middle of Jawoodle Park causing me issues. And I had two choices. I could either demolish his trading post and kick him out, send him out into the wilderness to get eaten by all the zombies he comes across, or I could use him to my own advantage. So I decided that I was going to go with the second option there and try to make some sort of base that incorporates old mate Trader Naka over here. And the first thing that I thought of was, how do you build a base on prohibited land? You can't build on top of his area. If I quickly grab some steel blocks like that, and I go, look, you can't place anything in here. You can't build, and you can't destroy. Anything you try and break is met with that stupid ringy chom in the back of your head telling you that no, you do not have the power of God here and to jog on somewhere else. And that's what I got thinking. Maybe there's a way I can use that to my advantage. So that is my plan. I am going to make my base completely exploit the trader system and make myself invulnerable to zombies, because if they can't destroy Trader Joe, they can't destroy me. So the first thing to do is figure out where the boundaries of the protected zone is. So keep going. Okay, so there's that side and this. Oh, it's just right there actually. So that means the corner should be right about there somewhere. There it is. Look at that. Okay, so that is one corner of the trader protected zone. So I'm going to dig from there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dig a trench all the way around the outside. You could probably do it. I mean, the first thought was to do it just like 3 or 4 blocks deep and fill it with water and have like a moat. But you know what I can't be arsed doing? Filling a gigantic trench with water, given how buggy and annoying and just like a pain in the dick that it is. So I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do instead is dig all the way down to bedrock. I think this base will work if you don't dig to bedrock. I haven't done much with bedrock in any of my 7 days videos really so far. So I think now's the time when bedrock should make its first appearance. But if you want to dig, if you're playing on survival, you've got an auger, you just want to dig like a shallow trench around, this should still work with that as well. You'll understand more as the base kind of comes together. I've started clearing out all the dirt around the outside of the restricted area, but I've marked right here, this is the center of that area. So like you've got the corner over there and the corner over there. I did the math, I came up with the number, and right there is the center. So I'm going to leave those blocks there so I know not to like accidentally destroy those, but I'll destroy everything else. Yes, this is going to all go down to bedrock. I need to find the center on the other sides as well. Shouldn't be too hard. Once you've got the corners, you can kind of figure yourself out from there. It's just a little tedious is all. I suggest having a calculator nearby if you're anything like me, and just simple mathematics blows your mind apart. You know, I feel a little bit bad. I've got this giant ore vein that I'm just destroying for a construction project, and people always talk about how they can never find any ore. But whatever. There's plenty of ore underground somewhere. I don't need this particular one, but this is the kind of important part that I was kind of waiting to get to. I measured out like the center, like where I need the blocks to be, because you needed something to build on. You can't build on this bit over here. You can't place any blocks over there, as I was talking about at the start. So you need to have some sort of lip to attach your actual building to. Now, I'm only going like a 1 block lip. You can make it really as big as you want. It doesn't really matter. The only thing that you need to keep in mind is how it attaches to the wall. Well, for me, like being sand, like sandstone, not particularly strong when it comes to like strength for buildings and stuff like that. So just get rid of all of that. You can see how there's one lip going all the way down. Now, I don't want anything down here that isn't protected by the trader zone. So I'm going to go back up to here and go from about there, I'd say. Go all the way back down the bottom, just to there. Now, if I get rid of this and everything caves in, I'm a little bit cooked. So fingers crossed and toes crossed and whatever else you can cross them. Clear selection. Did anything fall? Nothing fell. Alright, we're good. So that counts as a wall, so you can place the blocks on top, and that will give it all the structural integrity it needs without having anything for zombies to beat up on. Oh boy, okay, so finally we have the trench dug along all of the outside, and I just realized this actually looks really cool. This is like the part of the road that's been severed. This could totally be a runway for a gyrocopter. However, I have no idea if the gyrocopters will get like despawned if I leave them near the trader, but we can find that out later. But air travel is not the only way that I have planned to get in and out of this place. The reason I've built these little noggins all the way around, I mean, there's 4 of them on every side, but I mean, not only because, you know, just in case I run away from a horde of zombies, need to quickly get into my little island of safety, but also because of symmetricality. You need to have everything looking nice and even on all sides. It is a bit of a shame that this previous build, the defense blocks testing base, it kind of sticks out into the trench, but it's okay. I've given it some support pylons, so it doesn't look too ridiculous, so that can, like, you know, stay where it is, because everything here is Jabutal heritage listed. You cannot delete anything without, like, approval, and I'm really stingy, and I just don't give approval. There's no way I'm signing off on that shit, but the other way in, oh, that's a little block there. The other way in is going to be, other than a gyrocopter, is just drawbridges. Just, like, straight across the gully. If I could get this to place the right way, that would be fan-flippity-tastic. I hate that, like, the part that the drawbridge needs support for is the big thick part at the end, but that's not where the cursor aims. The cursor aims in like the middle of the drawbridge, which just makes life so much more difficult than it needs to be. So the trick is you get some frames, and you get these frames, and you go like build out from here, so then you can aim the drawbridge for the frames and place the bloody the drawbridge where it needs to go, and it just kind of goes where it, yeah, right there, right in the middle, right there. Oh, damn it! So it turns out something about the drawbridges is just off its tits, and every single one that I tried to place immediately broke. So rather than have 4 entryways to this anymore, I'm going to go back to my randomly cocked up idea of having like a gyrocopter entryway. This can be the runway. I'll try and put a drawbridge like on the actual land side, like over here, reaching out over to there just in case. However, I kind of don't want to put anything relying on the zombie side, because if the zombies get down the bottom of the hole and start beating out caverns underneath, this could all topple in. So I don't want to rely on that too much, which is why the gyrocopter comes in as like the alternate escape route. So I'm just going to build my base just off this, and if you really want to, if you're really nervous about it, you can turn on stability mode. If you have dev mode on, you can go show stability there. Turns everything green. The darker green, the more stable it is. You can see the shade changes just a little bit, and as you build out, it gets lighter and lighter and lighter, so you know that you're starting to get to the end of what you can actually support. So I'm going to build the bottom. I'm going to turn it off again because that's really hard to see what I'm doing. I'm going to build the bottom of this just out of wood, and then I'm going to go around and like extend this side of the pit just out a little bit further to take it just out of zombie reach. There we go. That's looking better. I had to extend the like support pillar of sand a bit further down because only having a couple blocks at the top wasn't giving me enough support to actually build a proper base out of it, and it kept collapsing. So I've extended that and built this out a little bit. You probably wouldn't have this problem if you had a shallower trench. It's just because mine is ridiculously big that I felt like I need to go down deeper and give it more support. And now that I have, it's looking wonderful. So let's just keep building this out. Let's get ready to put a doorway in. We're almost ready to, like, you know, actually have something like that. That's perfect. Imagine just like chilling in here. No zombie can ever get to you. I mean, the vultures and the cops are what I have to kind of plan for. But like, aside from them, this is invulnerable. This is the best. There we go. Look at that. That looks precarious as all hell. I'm not going to build something too big. This is just, as always, just like a proof of concept kind of thing. But that's all it kind of needs to be. I mean, it's connected to this side of the world, so it's not going to fall anywhere. It's only little. You could probably keep building as high as you really wanted. It's got like all the support down this side here. I'm building the top out of wood because it's lighter. Just because the only thing I'm worried about is the horizontal support. Like building all the way, no, that was the wrong button. Building all the way out here. If I had a bunch of heavy stainless steel or any sort of like concrete or anything like that out this side, I feel like that might overweigh, whatever. Might put too much weight out from the actual support axis. So I'm going to keep it out there and be nice and light. But this, I mean, look, I could keep going. I might put one more floor on it just because I can. Because why not? Because like on the inside, like too much room. It's only little. Well, this kind of build is only little. So like, you know, if you are getting like your bed, yep, just getting size bed, because I'm never going to sleep on a single bed ever again in my life. And you put that like that, boom, just like that. I mean, look, there's not a lot of room left here. Enough room for like, you know, a fridge or a chest of drawers or something. But yeah, you got to make it look homely. As I always say, aesthetics matter. And just because you're dangling over a perilously large cliff doesn't mean you have any excuse not to chop out on the good shit. The build is just about done. I've got 3 stories here. I haven't done any painting yet, but that's okay. The bottom story is going to be like the Horde night. There's no windows, there's no nothing, there's no way for any sort of critters or zombies or vultures or cops to see me, so they shouldn't attack me. But then upstairs from that, I've got my lovely bed, as you would expect. Now, the windows, I didn't explain this before, the windows are all facing this way. So, because, you know, you got to have windows, you got to have some sort of sunlight coming through. Like, my character in this game can't be as pasty as I am in actual real life. So, all the windows are here, but they all face this way, the safe way. Because if there was windows facing this way, then any sort of cop or zombie standing over here would see me and start hurling just like disgusting, vomity, acid bullshit at me. So, that's the bedroom in there. Whoops, shit, with some windows. I'm moving way too fast to sort this out. And then upstairs is the lad's pad. You got the couch, you got the beers, you got the TV. Because, like, you know, not every night is going to be Horde night. Sometimes you need just to, like, take a night off and watch some soap operas. So you can do that upstairs as well. But now the build is actually done, apart from the paint, because I'll get to painting later. It'll be okay. Now I need to start testing some shit. My frame rate just died as I flew over all the buildings. I need to test if I can land there with my gyrocopter, and I also need to test how it handles all the zombie dickbags. I'm going to take off in my chopperoonie. Come on. What? Oh, you've got no fuel. Oh, there's always a thing. There's always a problem. Why can't I just have things set up? Why doesn't past Josh think of these things and then get everything set up for me for later me? That'd be very considerate of him if he did it once in his goddamn life, but he won't because he's a dickbag. Alright, can I just reverse this, please? Reverse, so I get it like my actual run up. No, I'm dragging my tail fin along the ground. Alright, whatever. We're going from here. We're going from here. Press spacebar, pull up, drag the fin. Oh, I nailed my fin on the last little turret, but that's okay. We are airborne. Coming in for a test landing. I'm terrible at flying the gyrocopter. I can barely take off in the gyrocopter. There's no way I'm going to be able to land a gyrocopter. Don't know who the person who thought pressing C and spacebar to go down and up thought that was a good idea, but it's a horrible idea. Okay, there we go. There we go. Nice. You know what? Just bail. Just bail. Oh, I was trying to brake and it wasn't braking at all. And I was like, you know what? If I just jump out of this thing, surely it would come to an abrupt halt. And it freaking did. That is perfect. Okay, so you can definitely land on this giant spit of land. Who'd have thunk this massive runway you'd be able to land what's effectively a helicopter on? But if I can land it, you can land it. So now that that has been proven, let's quickly give this bad boy a paint job and then we can start testing the zombies. Oh, look at that. Painting is done. Electrical work is kind of done. I mean, there's wires gone through the center of the floor, but whatever. I don't have time to go around and run it all through the walls. We'll do that later on. I've gone with the purple and black Jawoodle paint on the interior and just the nice stone brick on the outside. I like the contrast. It's like very bleak and mild and boring on the outside, but on the inside it's purple and lovely and great. So now that that's done, I can, I might as well just, actually, where's a good camera angle, you reckon? The other thing I was thinking is that, like the scouts, the roaming screamers that draw in hordes and stuff, you're safe from them over here. They spawn a long way away, and I don't think zombies spawn, at least I'm planning on zombies not spawning inside the trader zone. So you should be pretty safe out here. But if I just put, let's see, where's a good spot for it? Somewhere I know that I'm actually safe. Right about there. That'll do. I can just like put that there. I can't get in. You know what? Can I go up the top? Yeah, let's go up the top. Let's go sit up here. Right. I'm in the very tippy top of my tower. Let's set this to be like, you know, pretty late on in the day. In fact, I don't need the sweet camera angle for this right now. Because I need to know what happens. Does the trader kick me out when the time comes? It's about, actually, it's a bit early for that. Let's speed up way faster. There we go. It's really pumping now. When the sun sets, normally the traders kick you out, but will old mate Trader Joe kick me out of my tower despite me being outside of his property? This is like the whole, like, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you thing. I'm not touching his property. You shouldn't get rid of me. Nope, didn't get rid of me. The night has come. He's locked his door, but doesn't matter to me, because I'm outside his gates and he can't do shit. Now that we know we are safe in our tower and old mate Trader Boy is not going to get rid of us, it is time for us to test the zombie horde. So let's go day 14. We're almost right on the money as it is anyway. So let's turn up the speed a bit so I don't have to wait so long. I'm in the very bottom story of my house. You can see my light kind of spinning around on the other side of the cliff just because of the glitch. I'm going to use that to light up where the zombies come from. But they should have some pretty serious issues trying to get to me. Alright, the times are going up too quick. Look, there's one. Yep, nothing straight down into the gully. You can sit down there all you want. You can beat for your life against the bottom of a train. In fact, I can't quite see. Can we pause everything for a second, and can I just get a better camera angle of what's happening down in the bottom? Right there, all the way down there, that's fine. Where can I get out of my own way, please? It's so freaking dark. I'm never going to see anything. Ah, there we go. The moon came up. Look at him down there. Look at him. I mean, the moon's slowly like taking him out of reach. You can see the radiated still. They're trying to beat on Trader Joe's foundations, and you can't do that. So I am perfectly safe to sit in here as long as I need, as long as I want. Nothing's going to happen to me. All right, that proves... Oh, there's a vulture. There's a vulture swinging around. Where are you going to go, buddy? You just going to cruise around and do nothing? Yeah, that's what I thought. You can't get to me. The cops can't get to me. The zombies can't get to me. There goes another one down into the depths. This is perfect. You're totally safe up here. Look at them down here. There's a whole bunch. They can't do any damage to it because they, like me, can't damage the foundations. So, but what they're thinking, this is the theory I had for this was that they will see this and go, hey, this is being held up by these blocks. So, like, pretty clearly, we just need to destroy that. But seeing as they can't destroy it, then you're nice and safe and sitting pretty in your tower. The last thing I just need to double check, though, is how it's going to handle a couple of cops. And we don't get worried. We know we don't get worried by the vultures. Like, I can't tripping over my own tongue at this point. Zombie fat cop radiator. Let's get a bunch of those out there. Okay, how are we going to get an angle that lets us see everything from here? Just, you know what, that'll do. Right there. We go down here, and we're going to go into our little base. It's hard to control myself from a distance. There we go, in the wall. I think I'm safe now. Yeah, okay, there we go. Got the torch on as well. Here we go. Come on, please, fat cops, if you wouldn't mind. Oh, I need to actually get your attention. I forgot that it's on Horde night. If you spawn a zombie in, then they don't get distracted by you. The sun has come up. It doesn't matter for ferals. Bang! There's a gunshot. Yes, here they come. Here they come, all of them. What are they going to do when they get to the lip? They're going to run around. All right, are you going to spit at me? I don't think you will because you can't see me. It's all line of sight. I just realized the vulture on the very tippy top roof of my house as well doesn't know what to do up there. Cops come round, and just like every other zombie, they fall into the valley, and they will do no more damage. They can just hang out down there. Oh, this is perfect. This is so perfect. Fuck building bases anywhere else. Build floating trader bases. They're awesome. Look at them. Zombie vultures on my roof. Zombie cops in the bottom of the trench. I'm safe as houses. This is perfect. Well, that is a pretty raging success. I mean, as I said at the start, you don't have to build the trench down to bedrock. It should work if you just have like a moat around there because they're trying to target the blocks that your base sit on. So as long as you have like a wall here, like 3 or 4 or 5 or so blocks deep that they can't jump up, that like, they'll just take swings at thinking that that's what your base is supported by, then you'll be safe as houses in your house. I mean, you got nothing to worry about up there. I just wanted to go to bedrock because I could. I'll probably end up putting water in just some water in the bottom of it because having this big grey rectangle is ugly as shit on my map. But I'll have to do that outside of filming because now that I have the results that I need and my sweet tower base that I can never be hurt in, I am going to have to come back, or I'm going to have to call this episode here and come back and build some more cool shit in 7 Days to Die in another episode, because this episode is done. So thank you guys for watching. Most of all, thank you to the patrons of Patreon who made this episode possible. If y'all liked, make sure to like button down below and subscribe to this channel. Follow me on Twitter. If I don't talk to you there first, I'll see you in the next episode. Have a good one.